Alright, edit matches. Delete, 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 delete. IC Championship match. Sheamus versus Montez Ford.
So many S names.
Oh shit, forgot to put the title on the line. Next up, John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. I wonder who will win that one.
Hey, don't hinder Jinder.
Oh, spoiler alert, he gets hindered.
Oh no.
Jade versus Tamina next.
Okay.
Really? Okay. 101. Naomi versus Piper Niven.
Piper.
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 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God damn, pure one-on-one matches this week. All
I
right.
was just about to say the same thing. You're usually the show with like everyone getting showcased in a match.
Oh, make up for it for a fuck ton of promos this week.
I have a very
Jay
long promo too.
Uso versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship in the main event. The demons in your dream. All right. Start this show. Raquel Rodriguez opens the show and wastes no time as she calls out Rhea. Rhea, get out here. You know what I want, and you're going to give it to me. Rhea comes out smiling. She walks to the halfway point of the entrance ramp. Yeah, of course I know what you want, but why should I give it? Why should you get it? You've already lost to me. I avenged my loss in NXT. I'm moving forward. You're going to give me what I want because without me, you wouldn't be champion. At Survivor Series, I want you with that title on the line. Before Rhea can reply, Zelina comes out. Nah, 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 nah. No way. I don't think so, pal. That's not how this works. I'm getting this title shot at Survivor Series, and that's final. I got screwed. Eric would even admit that. Matter of fact, come on out here and make the match official. I come out very nervous about this and say, look, it's been a very hectic past few weeks here on Raw. I feel like Adam Pearce, the way that shit has hit the fan. I got too many things to deal with right now. So you two, Zelina and Raquel, why don't you go at it next week and see who's going to be the number one contender at Survivor Series? That's all. It's final. I got other things to do. I split. All right. Next thing is Sheamus versus Ford. Hard hitting. Sheamus is acting like a heel this match, doing some very underhanded tactics. At one point, he removes the pad from the turnbuckle. The ref sees this, starts yelling at him. As the ref goes to, as he goes to put it back, with the ref distracted, Sheamus hits a low blow on Montez. He picks him up for a bro kick, picks him back up for a white noise, and wins. After the match, Sheamus looks upset still. He's about to leave, but he just turns around and starts beating Montez even more. He hits him in the head with his title. He puts him through the announce table. Finally, Trick Williams comes in, run for the save. Sheamus retreats before Trick hits him. We then go to commercial. Once we come back, Montez is on a stretcher and is about to be put into an ambulance. Jade is there. She's already seated in the ambulance when Bianca comes running in. Bianca's crying, holding Montez's hand. The pandemic says, "Sorry, only one person can come with us." Jade doesn't even seem to realize that she should get out until Bianca grabs her and says, get out of there, get out of here. What are you doing? You know what? Why don't you go be useful and tell Eric you want a match against Nia or Tamina? Weaken them up a bit." Oh, right, my bad. Jade gets out and watches as the ambulance leaves. Okay. Then we have a Roxanne Perez sit down interview with Kathy Kelly. So last week against Mercedes, you lose the match and then you snap. Why was that? Do you know how it feels, Kathy, to work so hard for your spot at the top just for some outsider to come in and take it all away from you? I spent so much of this year trying to get rid of the anvil that was by my side in the form of Charlotte Flair. And once I'm finally free, a new one appears. One that shouldn't even be here. Why did she come back? Isn't she supposed to be showing the world how good, air quotes, she is? She should have stayed at that other company. We don't need her here. So you're saying that you're jealous? No. Do you even listen, Kathy? No, she's an outsider. She doesn't belong here. I love this place. I'm lucky enough to be in the position I'm in, and I have to use it for good. So I'm going to protect this company from people like her. Well, thank you for your time. Back to you, Michael Cole. All right. Cena wins Law. Rick celebrates with Cena in the ring.
God damn it. You
Jinder
didn't
has
even
been
give a
hindered.
Hinder a. It
They
wasn't
called him
even like a.
hindered.
You didn't even give the man a slight chance. You just hindered him completely. It's like match starts, AA, and match over.
Man, we're going long.
We're going long. It's a one move match.
It's the most devastating AA.
He goes crashing through the ring.
Yep. All right. We cut to catering where Gunther and the rest of Imperium are eating. The Rock pulls up with the bloodline. So about what you said last week. When am I getting a shot at that briefcase? Gunther laughs. You're a funny man. Okay, okay. You want a shot to take this briefcase off me? Fine. You have it. At Survivor Series. But be warned, Dwayne. I will be prepared for your little tricks, and I will crush your soul in the progress. They have a stare off when in the background we see Judgment Day enjoying their meals when they get jumped. Bloodline and Imperium leave. The Undisputed Era are attacking Judgment Day. Finn attacking Priest. Cole's attacking Bad Bunny. JD is attacking Theory. Nakamura attacking Dom. There's food being thrown everywhere. We see Finn get some oil from a fryer in a bowl and toss it at Priest's back. It's just
My
absolute.
God.
It's just
It's
absolute chaos.
horrible.
Rhea
It
starts
is
to run in.
third degree burns instantly.
Rhea starts to run in. When the Undisputed Era see this, they retreat.
My God.
When I thought about that, I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious! I gotta see that."
The priest just had hot oil grease just thrown all over his back.
Yes.
This man is not taking a back bump for like the next month.
Oh, you'll be surprised. Anyways, Jade versus Tamina. Jade wins Law. When Jade is about to hit her finish, uh, huh? Okay. When Jade is about to hit her finish, Nia comes in and attacks. I'm assuming she wins by disqualification. Then I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this. Nia and Tamina gang up on her and stand tall. Okay,
Like after Jade wins,
or
Nia
something.
rushes the ring and attacks her, and then they just gang up
Sure,
on her.
that's canon. All right. Backstage, we see KO. He sees Tozawa and yells, "Hey!" as he chases after him. He chases him all the way to American Alpha's locker room. "Where is it, you little dance machine?" Tozawa looks terrified. Gable and Otis step in. "Whoa there, pal. You can't just yell at him like that. He's very sensitive." Yeah. I get sensitive too when someone takes my custom controller. Now give it back, you little twerp. Kevin, you didn't take it. We did. I'll give it back. No can do. We want something first. God damn it. I work with idiots. Okay, fine. What do you want? We want a title shot. KO laughs. Are you serious? Have you guys even won a match this year? You think you could compete for our tag titles? Yes. We've competed for them this year already against Roman and The Rock. We can do it again. You know what? Fine. You get a title shot. Awesome. Sign this contract in order for us to give it back to you. What does it say? Oh, just we get a title shot and you get your controller back. Okay, fine. Whatever. KO signs it without reading it. Now give me the controller. We don't have it. What? We don't have it? What the hell was this contract for then? Well, we know who has it. It's the Creed brothers. You can get it from them. We just fed you the info. Where are they? Not here this week. Try again next week. God damn it, I work with idiots. KO yells as we cut away. Nia and Tamina promo. We all see it, Bianca. You know you do too. You're teaming up with a succubus. She almost has what she wants. You know it's only a matter of time before she turns him against you. Be smart. Don't trust her. Naomi versus Piper. Naomi Winslow.
Poor Piper.
Undisputed Era locker room. Adam Cole says, "God damn it, man. We can't just keep running away when Rhea comes in. We need a counter to her." Finn's eyes widen. "I think I might know somebody." "Who is it?" "I've been watching Raw recently. There's someone I got my eye on. I'll start to work on it." Oh, thank God. Finn, this is how you were able to create the most iconic faction name and logo of all time. Always using your brains. All right. Main event time. Jay cuts a promo on his way to the ring. "This is it, Oos. I'm bringing that title back to my family. And it, and there's no better fashion than to do it right here with my dad in the front row. If y'all are ready for the main event, Jey Uso to become two-time WWE champion, let me hear you say yeet." The arena yells yeet. All right. The match is violent. Jay isn't holding back. Neither is Randy. These two hate each other. They're both busted open. Final sequence sees Jay go for a splash. Randy gets up to hit an RKO, but Jay saw it coming, and he just lands on his uh, feet and hits the ground running. Runs right to the ropes, bounces off. He hits a spear. Once again, he goes up for a splash and hits it this time, but he's not done. He climbs up again, hits another splash, but he's still not done. Jey Uso climbs back to the top and hits a third Uso splash. One, two, three. Jey Uso becomes a two-time WWE champion. Jay is celebrating. Uh, he's celebrating with the crowd. Um, he goes to the barricade, hugs his dad Rikishi. He lets his dad hold the title, goes back to the ring, celebrates some more. Randy gets back up and into the ring. See the anger in Randy's eyes. Jay gets into a fighting stance, ready to throw down. Then Randy starts going a bit crazy. We see him fighting with his thoughts and pacing back and forth, smacking himself in the face. He shakes his head no. We see him mouth the words, "I can't." Finally, he stops and just extends his hand for a handshake. Jay doesn't know what to do. He finally gives in and goes for the shake. Bad move. The second he lets his guard down in one swift motion, Randy kicks his foot up right into Jay's balls. Jay is obviously stunned. He gets hit with an RKO. Randy goes under the ring and gets a chair. He starts swinging it with all his force, just rapidly. He gets some handcuffs Jay to the ropes. Rikishi is just watching this all go down. He finally jumps the barricade. He gets in the way of Randy, kneeling before his son. Randy's about to swing again at Jay. Uh, Rikishi's begging for him to stop. Randy stops, starts to go crazy again for a bit, talking to himself. Then, in the blink of an eye, he's calm. Rikishi turns his attention to tend to Jay. Bad move. Randy starts unloading on Rikishi. Jay, who is semi-conscious at that point, wakes up fully, yelling at Randy to stop. Randy grabs the championship, hits Rikishi right in the head with it. Rikishi is now busted open. He hits an RKO on him. Rikishi starts to move and is slowly getting up. Jay is yelling at Randy to stop. Uh, he has tears in his eyes. Randy sees Rikishi about to get on all fours, and he gets in position right into the corner. When Rikishi is high enough, Randy runs full sprint towards him and hits him with a massive punt kick. Jay's just yelling, "I'll fucking kill you. You're fucking dead." Randy gets back into the corner and starts setting up again. We cut to the entrance. I'm coming out. I'm waving towards the back to get the security out there as fast as possible. Sadly, was not fast enough as Randy is able to hit another punt kick on Rikishi before he could be stopped. The Legend Killer has returned.
Gotcha.
My voices in my head.
When you said Rikishi was at like front row, like my mind immediately went, it's like, oh, if Randy wins this match, I'm just gonna say Rikishi. He's gonna say in like a podcast that Randy made it a shoot and just went into business for himself.
Someone tell me Rikishi not gonna do a podcast for a while.
Oops.
No, wrong.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, opening match is Cora Jade versus Shayna Baszler.
Alright.
Second match is Bronson Reed versus Cedric Alexander.
Oh no.
Listen,
He's
in
gonna
my
go through
mind,
all of fucking what the fuck were they called? Hurt
that's not my
business.
plan for them to go through her business. I think I got to this match. I was like, who would be like a good guy to just bump for Bronson? I was like, oh, Cedric can probably do some flips. Just get fucking pounced into the audience.
Bronson Reed's an 87 now.
He is an
Damn.
87. I have heated him up quite a lot. Third match is 2-on-2. Good Brothers versus Pretty Deadly for the tag titles. Oops, forgot to put the titles on the line. And then, oh yeah, I did double book him. Okay. And then the main event is Wade Barrett versus Ricochet. versus Bronson Reed.
Damn.
Hmm.
Squashes Cedric so fast, gonna be like, give me another challenge tonight.
Yeah, no, you're starting to see me like figure out a game plan for Bronson.
Wade, Bronson, and who?
Ricochet.
Oh, that's why I forgot.
Poor Ricochet. I've been giving him matches like every week. Just recently got like replaced with Bronson, but he's won like I don't know 4 or 5 matches in the past 6 or 7 weeks.
I was thinking like, who have I used the most? And I was like, oh wait, it's Roman. It's not even close. Even though he hasn't been on
Okay.
TV in months.
Yeah, Roman by far because he was working like a match every week and then 3 matches at every pay per view for like 3 consecutive pay per views.
I think it was four.
Yeah, he was putting in the work. That man wrestled more matches in that short span than he has in like the past 4 years in real life.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Drew McIntyre opens the show and invites both Cody and Sammy to join him in the ring. They both come out and all of them discuss their match for Survivor Series. Drew says he wants this match to be special. He says the three of them have been going at this for months and if it is the finale then he wants it to go off with a bang. And asks Cody and Sammy which match type they would want. Sammy goes first and says that this entire feud between them has been a test of endurance, who can keep going longer, and suggests an Iron Man match. Cody then chimes in and says an Iron Man match could possibly end in a draw, and if this needs to be the finale, eh, if this needs to be final. It says that this needs to be final. Jesus. As this is going to be the finale between them, then they need a definitive winner and suggest a 2 out of 3 falls match. It works with what Sammy says, but it has a more definite end result. Drew says the match types they pick both are basically giving them a way out if they lose. He says it needs to just be one fall, best man wins, but he likes a bit of chaos and suggests a no holds barred match. The anonymous GM sends in an email and says he likes all of these choices, but only one will be the stipulation, and he sees a good way to figure out which one. He says in tonight's main event there will be a triple threat to decide which match stipulation it is, but none of the 3 competitors in the title match may compete. You all must find somebody else to compete for you, whoever wins that match, whoever your selected superstar, yeah, whoever you pick, if they win, they get that match type. Um, After that, we go to commercial. We come back to Cora Jade and Shayna Baszler making their entrances for their match. Cora Jade wins this match.
All right.
After Afterwards, Shayna attacks Cora and brings the briefcase into the ring and sets up Cora's arm like just planted on the mat and just stomps her arm onto the briefcase. Uh, Rebel Society rush the ring, but Shayna escapes before Rebel Society can get to her. We then cut backstage. Cody Rhodes is going around backstage looking for someone to represent him in the main event. He comes across Ricochet. He tells Ricochet that he's seen his work. He has seen the work he's been putting in these past few weeks and thinks he would be an excellent person to represent him in the main event. Ricochet accepts. Sami Zayn, then you see, is going around looking for a person to represent him in the main event and comes across DIY and asks if either of them would represent him in the main event tonight. Both of them decline the offer. We cut to the ring. Bronson Reed squashes Cedric Alexander.
Of course.
We then cut backstage. Charlotte, Becky, and Bayley are speaking about last week. Becky and Bayley thank Charlotte for the save. Charlotte says she saw some old friends who needed some assistance and decided to take action to help. Damage Control confront and say Becky got lucky last week. If it wasn't for Bayley, Io would have been the women's champion. Bailey then complains about the attacks from Damage Control. Both groups argue till Byron Saxton rushes into ring and says he's gotten a message from the GM and says since Charlotte made her debut last week, it would be nice to see her in action. So next week she'll go one-on-one with the Sky. This is where that segment ends. Cut to the ring. Good Brothers versus Pretty Deadly. The Good Brothers retain.
Lol.
After the match, Rebel Society rushed the ring and jumped the Good Brothers. After a little bit of a beatdown, the Good Brothers escape and go up the ramp to AJ and Shayna. Punk yells at them and says the titles will be theirs next week. Cut backstage, Sami Zayn is still looking for someone to represent him in the match later tonight. He gets rejected by Bobby Lashley and looks defeated. Bronson Reed then slowly walks up to Sami and says he'll represent Sami if he guarantees him a title match. Sami says if Bronson can get him his match type, then when he wins the title, then Bronson will be the first title. What? How did I even write this? I wrote this ass backwards. Then Bronson will be first in line to get a challenge for the title if he wins. We then show a vignette. Karrion Kross speaks about the attack on Knight last week and says the megastar needed some humbling. He has already lost twice to Kross, but he speaks like he is already the United States champion. He then asked for his own demise in a no-holds-barred match, so Kross had to give Knight a little teaser of what's going to happen at Survivor Series. Your hourglass of fame is almost up, Knight. How are you going to utilize your final moments? We then go to the main event of the evening, Wade Barrett versus Bronson Reed versus Ricochet. Bronson Reed starts off the match strong against Ricochet. Wade Barrett takes his time and lets the other competitors take each other out so he can pick up the scraps. When Wade does get involved, he meets the same fate as Ricochet and gets mauled by Bronson Reed. Ricochet and Barrett realize they need to work together against Reed and start to beat him down. They work together on the outside, and Wade gets Reed to the announce table and gets him up on it, and then Ricochet jumps off the top rope, crashing Bronson through the table. They stack the rubble on top of Reed, and then Barrett and Ricochet brawl. After a while of brawling back and forth in the ring and just a standard match between the two, Reed starts to emerge from the rubble and gets back into the ring. Ricochet is on the top rope, and Bronson shoves him to the outside. Bronson then starts to work over Barrett. Bronson then sets up Wade for the tsunami and connects. But just as he connects, Ricochet rushes up the turnbuckle and does a 630 onto the back of Bronson Reed. Onto the back of Bronson Reed, who's
Oh,
currently on
poor
top of
Wade.
Wade Barrett. Bronson Reed rolls out of the ring. Ricochet covers Wade Barrett and picks up the pin. So Cody Rhodes gets his match.
All right.
I felt like I didn't need a segment of Drew asking Wade to be his partner or his representative in this match since they've been together this entire time.